Good morning. You'll have to excuse the makeup free. Just got off the school run look. And it's been a while since I've been live actually, but I'm in quite a few groups obviously around the perimenopause, and I thought I'd jump on because something that you see quite a lot is kind of like guilt shaming around the use of HRT. So there can be so many, like there'll be posts, and there's like us that have decided to rub the estrogen in our arms or use the patches or whatever, and then there's people that are like, yeah, I'm going down the natural route. And you know what, it drives me mad really, because it's kind of implying, first of all, that estrogen isn't natural. Well, if your body's depleted estrogen and you're giving it estrogen, surely that's like the most natural thing to do. So the wording around it can often inflame situations, I think, can't it? And yeah, and it's like they'll I'm trying to put it diplomatically. So, oh yeah, I've used lists a load of supplements, and you know, I'm vegan. Nothing wrong with vegans, by the way. My sister-in-law's vegan, and I'm doing this and this, and I'm not drinking any alcohol, and I'm doing that, and I'm doing this, and I'm like, that's all well and good, but like, where's the fun? I'm like, well, sounds like kind of hard work, to be honest. But I'll be honest with you, it's kind of bloody hard work being perimenopausal as it is. I want something that's easy. You know, I'm working, I've got 2 kids, you know, got a house, a husband, and yeah, like it's just interesting. It just interests me, and it kind of reminds me of I just think because women are so bloody cruel to each other sometimes, aren't we? Morning, Anne-Marie. And I think like it reminds me of the whole breastfeeding formula debate. And there is no debate, is there? We all know that breastfeeding is amazing, and the breast milk is going to give your baby. It's designed for a baby, so clearly it's amazing. But then it doesn't always work, and that's the point, isn't it? It doesn't always work, and so why do we people make, you know, that mum is already probably feeling really quite guilty about the fact that she can't breastfeed. Maybe her milk production's not coming, maybe this has happened, maybe she had a £10 10-ounce baby that she couldn't fill, so she's had to top up with formula. You know, it's really hard, and you see it across all these different things with women, and I'm like, we just give each other a bloody break, for God's sakes, and just go, do you know what, you've decided to take black cohosh, starflower, I can't even think of the names, evening primrose, starflower oil, and all those kind of things, and that's working for you, and that's amazing. Share that in a way that is just non-judgmental to the other stuff. Like, how amazing if you can like take some natural like vitamins and supplements, and that can make you feel great. Like, yeah, clearly that's going to be an obvious choice, isn't it? But it doesn't work for everybody. Like, the symptoms can be so severe, and my lifestyle doesn't suit a lot of the things, because I'm just so busy all the time. I just haven't got the time to do some of the stuff that would be required for that. So I see you coming in, darling. I just don't have the time for it. So let's just be kind to each other and just be like, you know, I do this, this works for me. I do this, this works for me. and there be no judgment around that. Like, sounds so simple, doesn't it? But as women, we just find it so bloody difficult. We're our own honestly, we're our own worst enemies. We really do make it hard for ourselves. God, look like I'm hardly having any sleep at the minute. Oh dear. Dear, dear, dear. But yeah, so I just wanted to, I just felt the need to speak on that one, because I just want people to know that it's almost like, this is where I was getting to. It's almost like you use HRT as the last resort, as in, oh, all the other stuff didn't work, or I didn't put enough effort into my diet and meditating. So therefore, I've had to go down this route. Do you know what? It wasn't a last resort. It doesn't have to be a last resort. It could be an active choice, and you can be proud of that, because I am. I'm proud that I made an active choice and said, my body's missing estrogen, I want to give it estrogen. And actually, the estrogen I give it is made from YAMs. So that's really, like, it's made from a vegetable. So it's really very natural. But it's just giving it exactly what it needs. And I was not going to, I'm not going to be made to feel guilty for that. Like, let's not make people feel guilty for that. I don't want to make people feel like they've made a bad choice because they want to take the vitamins, because that's their choice, and that's what's working for them, and that's good for them. But don't do it the other way around. And it just seems like this is always the case, isn't it? There's always like we've got natural birth, like, and then you have a section. I'm clearly just a really unnatural person. Like, that's where I get to. And I am not going to be ashamed for the fact that I had 2 sections, and that both my boys were fed breast milk and formula, and now I'm using estrogen from YAMs. So there we go. I've said my little piece. So I hope you all have a good Friday, and it's the England-Scotland game, so it's going to be fun. Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, I'm me. But there's a lot of people out there that are like me. And I think sometimes you can be, especially because I am like somebody who wants to look after my health. So there'll be people out there who really don't give a toss, but I want to look after my health. I want to eat well. I do use supplements, like, you know, vitamin supplements. I do boost like my vitamin D. I boost my, I use ashwagandha. I use vitamin B12. I have my greens because that's got like all of my different vitamins in, and like, you know, last night I had a peppermint tea, like my dreamy tea, so that I could get some magnesium to help me to get to sleep. So I use all of those things, and I think when it's then implied, because I'm using the HRT, that maybe I've not tried hard enough with the natural side of things. That annoys me. It annoys me because maybe I haven't tried hard enough. Maybe I've gone for the really easy route. Well, it saved me from myself. So there we go. I went easy. It worked. Ta-da! Bye.